Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the November Murrieta Student of the Month program. It is so awesome to see all of you this morning, and I know everybody is getting ready for Thanksgiving coming up next week, so it's a wonderful morning. Thank you for joining us. At this time, I'd like to introduce Monty Jones from Student Venture to lead us in the prayer. Where's Monty? There's Monty.
Actually, Monty Jones is my brother by a different mother. I'm Monty Sharp, but we're good buddies. And it's Murrieta, so he's a coach there too, and a teacher there. It's awesome. That was fun. I'm glad that you did that. I didn't do that.
You know, I'm planning it on myself.
Oh, good. Would you? You know what? Before I do this, I just want to say Proverbs 23:7 in the Word. The Bible says, as a man thinks within himself, so is he. Shakespeare came along a little later and paraphrased that and said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And we're here to celebrate you young people today because you have been thinking about right things. You've been thinking about other people first. You've been thinking about being diligent and faithful and hardworking. You've been thinking about doing the right thing even when it costs you so much. And because of that, people notice. And we are celebrating you today and hope that you leave here encouraged to keep thinking the right things. Do I hear an amen on that?
Amen.
Okay, let's pray. Father, thank you for these young men and women and, Lord, their faithfulness. Lord, thank you that they have been thinking about things that make a difference in the world. And, Lord, we pray that they would leave here so excited, so affirmed, so encouraged, that, Lord, that you would launch them to even greater heights and greater greatness. Lord, thank you for their parents that have been underpinning them and great teachers and school districts and the business community. Lord, we thank you that you brought all those things together to be able to create the greatness in these young people. May they leave here blessed. May you bless our fellowship and this food to our bodies. Father, we ask this in Jesus' name, and all God's people said, Amen. Thank you.
Sorry, Monty. Thank you, Monty Sharp. I got it right. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mayor Kelly Ciarto to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Well, good morning, everybody. You'll join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to invite up Sally Myers, the founder of our program. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. We just have a great group, and we're just so excited to welcome you here today. Our program began in 1992-93 school year, and so we are so excited to have you here. And I get to share a little bit about our mission statement and the history of our program. The idea became something that I wanted to do when I attended a Student of the Month program in Moreno Valley in the late 80s. And we owned the Sizzler. My husband and I own and operate the Sizzler here. And the program was so awesome, and I thought, you know, I think our valley down here needs to be able to have an opportunity to celebrate these great students. And so I sort of took the idea, and there it was actually founded by Long's Drugstore, which was really a neat thing, and so they partnered with the city of Moreno Valley. So we started in the 92-93 school year in Temecula, started our Murrieta program in 95. We added Lake Elsinore and Paris Menifee. So every month for now 28 years, we have been honoring outstanding students in those communities. And so here today, we are excited to be able to honor you. And our mission statement is how your son or daughter was selected. And I'd like to share it with you. So we are a nonprofit organization, and we are honoring outstanding high school, college-bound seniors for their character and their love of learning, and how our students juggle numerous activities, from campus activities to community service to athletic, or students that have persevered through challenging life circumstances. And it's all done in a setting that honors God, our country, community, family, and free enterprise. And honestly, I don't know where you can go and get all of that under one roof, but we do it here and in Murrieta and Temecula and Paris and Menifee, and that is very exciting. And so students, you're here today because you've made a difference, and we're going to hear your stories. And it's not going to be a laundry list of all the activities, but it's going to be about your heart, about your passions, about how you have made a difference and impacted others. And so today, when your family and your mentor teacher and your principal and grandparents we have here today, you're all going to come forward, and it's just going to be a very exciting time to celebrate each one of you and your families. I'd like to introduce our volunteers because, as you know, you're only as good as the folks you surround yourself with, and I got to tell you, we have the best here in Murrieta. And so our chair is Llewellyn Fick. Miss Llewellyn, I know you're in the back, Miss Llewellyn, and so she is our chair of our program and our scholarship. And her wonderful team with the Rotary Club in Murrieta put on a fabulous Field of Honor program this past week, and I know it was just really appreciated within our community. And Jennifer Pham, you all probably know Jennifer. She is our 2002 Murrieta Valley High School Student of the Month and Student of the Year. Went off to college, has come back. She has her own education consulting business, and she has been working with us for many, many years, and we appreciate her. We have Monica Gutierrez. She does publicity from Murrieta Valley Unified School District over here. She's got her little laptop. She's going to take copious notes, and she's going to send out information to all of our media representatives. And we have Andrea Canachola. And Andrea, I saw you walk in with Costco, and she assists us as well. So Andrea, let everybody see Miss Costco here. We're going to be seeing a lot of you real soon. It's holiday season at Costco. And Dan Stake with Alta Pacific Bank is one of our greeters. He was unable to be here today, but he is outstanding. We have Andy Morris from Farmers Insurance, and he's one of our great greeters. Lots of pep and energy with Andy this morning. And Rhonda Levine, our communications coordinator with Murrieta Valley Unified School District. Miss Rhonda, she is what I call the voice of our program. And what do I mean by that? Is she sends out all of the email correspondence to all of our sponsors in our school, and so her tone of voice and her enthusiasm and sweetness is what our program is all about. So we always appreciate you, Rhonda. Derek Gonzalez, he is our gift coordinator king and greeter from Altura Credit Union right across the street. So thank you, Mr. Derek. And we also have Murrieta Valley High School, and the district prepares our program that you all have in front of you. And Miss Catherine Pepe. Catherine, where? There's Catherine. She is with Loma Linda University Medical Center and Temecula Olive Oil Company, and she helps us out tremendously with our scholarship and with Llewellyn and other areas of our program. And of course, Mary Walters, our MC from the Murrieta Valley Unified School District. So Miss Mary, back to you.
Well, at this time, we'd like to introduce all of our students and our principals. So from Murrieta Valley High School, we have Principal Mark Pettingill. Please stand. Where is he? And student Jillian Horn. There you go. From Murrieta Canyon Academy, we have Principal Martina Beach Hedges and student Keely Quimby. From Oak Grove School, we have Athene Banky and student Ashton Espinal. From Springs Charter School, we have Principal Ben Taylor and student Zoe Collins. There you go. From Vista Murrieta High School, Principal Mick Wager and student Andrea Kaiser. And from Murrieta Mesa High School, we have Assistant Principal Lori Coleman and student Chundan McCain. At this time, I'd like to welcome up Patrick Ellis from the Murrieta Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Mary. Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Skip. It's always great to be here for this breakfast. I couldn't have said it better than what Monty said this morning. I think that, you guys are all doing great things, and we want to congratulate you. We want to celebrate you guys today. But you guys have all made the right choice. You guys have chosen to do it instead of not do it. So I just will encourage you to continue to do that. Continue to keep making the right decisions. We're in a very, polarized, state of our country and communities. All I can say is just choose good. All we can do is make sure that we look out for each other, no matter, what aisle we sit on, no matter where we think about certain issues. Just do good. I think if we kind of keep that in mind with everything that we do and we look out for each other, I think we'll be in a really good place. So I encourage you to keep continuing doing what you're doing. Be the shining lights within your communities, within your schools, within your families, and just do good. So congratulations. We're very happy for you and look forward to seeing great things from you in the future. Congratulations.
Well, I'd like to introduce our special guests. At this time, I'd like to introduce Chris Tomasian and Ken Dixon. They're Murrieta Valley Unified School District Board members. Thank you for coming. And Candace Gruber with Candace May Training Services. So thank you this morning, Candace, for coming. We'd also like to thank Group 1 Production and Rachel Pangy for videotaping today's event. It will be available to view on the Murrieta Valley Unified School District website or through the link in your program. I'd also like to thank Kip Cothran from KC Photography, who is providing everyone free access to all of the pictures from this morning. Parents and those in attendance can visit his website listed in the program. Thank you, Kip. And also thank you to the City of Murrieta for providing airtime on our Spectrum cable channel, so thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce our sponsors and have them stand. You can, for all of our attendees, you can see the list of the entire sponsors. We have breakfast, scholarship, and gift sponsors, and so I'm going to announce each one of them if we can stand and hold the applause till the end. So from Abbott, we have Sal Mendez, Ray Evans, and Kelly Kearney Johnson. From Altura Credit Union, Derek Gonzalez, Christina Sanchez, and Patrice Rogers. And from Azusa Pacific University, Parker McIntyre. From BMW Management, Sizzler Restaurants, Sally Myers. From Cal State University, San Marcos, Elizabeth Erickson. From the City of Murrieta, Mayor Kelly Ciarto and James Wirtz. Ms. Kenneth Dixon this morning. Davies Financial Advisors, Andy Davies. From DCH Auto Group, Al Rubio. From Eastern Municipal Water District, Roxanne Roundtree. From Elsinore Valley Municipal Water District, Andy Morris and Greg Thomas. From Farmers Insurance, Andy Morris. From King Law Firm, we have Rachel King and Carol Spears. From Loma Linda University Medical Center, Catherine Pepe. From Mount San Jacinto College, Morris Myers. From Richie's Real American Diner, Linda Williams. From Rotary Club of Murrieta, Jackie Dobbins. From Temecula Olive Oil Company, Catherine Pepe. Temecula Valley Toyota, Sylvia Provenzo. From Which Superior Sandwiches, Sandy Word and Danny Kessler. So I think that's all of our sponsors here this morning. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you for your continued support of our program. So students, as part of the Student of the Month, you will be invited to complete a scholarship application in the spring for Student of the Year. You will only compete against other Students of the Month from your school. The Student of the Year breakfast will be held in May, and the entire list of the Murrieta Student of the Year sponsors are also listed in our program, so you will see that application coming out soon. Now we are moving to the most important part of our program, the student presentations. You will hear examples of character, college choice, and future plans. The students will share their heartfelt stories with you today. You will quickly understand why they were chosen as Students of the Month. Remember, time limit is 5 minutes per school. This is for the principals. The principal gets a minute. The student gets 2 minutes, the teacher gets a minute, and the family gets a minute to share. Students, when you come forward, please bring your family and guests with you. They'll stand on this side of you, and your principal and your teacher will stand on the other side. Guests, save a dry corner of your napkins for the heartfelt stories. Students, try to relax. We are all friends here, so don't worry. And please stand close together so that way we can get you all in the video tape. Are we ready? Okay, let's begin. We are going to begin with Murrieta Valley High School, Principal Mark Pettengill and student Jillian Horn.
Okay. Squeeze it in. Okay, I got it. We got this. This isn't our first time here, so. Good morning. I'm proud to introduce Murrieta Valley High School's Sizzler Student of the Month for November, Jillian Horn. Jillian is a great example of our school motto to do things the right way with respect, integrity, teamwork, and excellence. Jillian has come through Murrieta Valley school system, attending Cole Canyon Thompson Middle School, before making her imprint on the Murrieta Valley campus. Jillian gives a great deal of her credit to her family for helping her to persevere through her youth to have become such a strong young woman that she is. This is the 10-year anniversary of when Jillian was in the second grade. Her brother was here, and he was the Sizzler Student of the Month at Murrieta Valley, and also Sizzler Student of the Year. So nature, nurture, I don't know. I mean, there's some things tied in there. So she's our senior class president at Murrieta Valley High School. She's very instrumental in the positive culture on our campus. She has served in ASB since the 8th grade. She has a positive attitude and an infectious smile. She has a 4.2 GPA. She's in the National Honor Society California Scholarship Federation, has been in the Nest Club, where she supports special needs students. Jillian has played 2 years of water polo and has played on our volleyball team, this year helping the Nighthawk team to a CIF finals appearance. She did double duty at many games for the last several years, singing the national anthem before the games. She has sung the national anthem at several community events since middle school. She has sung at Storm Stadium several times. When she is not in school, at school events, she can be seen serving people at my favorite fast food restaurant, Chick-fil-A. Her AP government teacher, Mrs. Hess, said, "Jillian is a wonderful young lady. She brightens any room she goes into. She's kind and caring and just generally an incredibly nice person. She's also a wonderful student. I love having her inquisitive personality in class. She asks thoughtful, intelligent questions that help others understand and challenge me to become a better teacher. I love her zest for life and quiet energy that she approaches in everything she does. Congratulations, Jillian. You deserve this."
Okay. Hi, I'm Jillian Horn, as he said already, and I have one of the questions to answer. Or no, first, I thought I had a list. Okay, so what is the first thing I do? Oh, yes, okay. So, sorry. This is the first time. Okay, this is my grandfather. This is Robert Horn. And then my grandmother is Dee Dee Horn. And then I have my mom here. This is Patricia Horn. And my dad is David Horn. And now I can answer the question? Okay. So I was going to answer the question on what life lesson I'm going to take through college. And one of the things that I've realized as I've grown up is to not follow the group and just stand up for myself and what I believe in. I'm very sure of myself and my opinions, so I go through life and I definitely stand up for what I believe in, even if I am by myself. And I've learned that if I am sure of myself, others who aren't so sure of themselves will follow, and I can be the voice for people who don't think they have one or don't really put themselves out there as much and don't think they're heard. So I definitely use my ability to speak for people in a positive way and hope that that leaves an imprint on my school, and I can take that to college as well. Oh, my future plans. So I want to go to a four-year university, hopefully a UC, and my number one right now is UCLA, so let's hope that happens. And then I have UCSD as well, and I want to go into a four-year biology program for my undergrad, and then go to graduate school and either go into a physician assistant program or go to medical school and become a doctor. I'm still going back and forth, so we'll see. And that is it on my part. And then I'm going to introduce Mrs. Nylander. I had her for Spanish 2 my sophomore year, and now I have her for IB Spanish SL. And I have her second period with a bunch of my friends, and it's a very fun class. So here she is.
Thank you. Good morning. As we've heard about in this program, one of the characteristics that we look for in students is heart, and I don't think there's a student on our campus that encompasses that idea of love and compassion than Jillian. Having known her since she was a sophomore, it's very clear that we need more Jillians in this world to share their love and compassion and kindness with others. Her smile, as Dr. Pettenkill said, is infectious. She just lights up the room. But I've seen her, if a friend comes in and she's having a bad day, Jillian is the first person to ask, can I go outside and talk to her? Can I go help? See if there's something I can do to make their day better. And I think that just exemplifies what a beautiful human being she is and how she has a heart of gold, and that is going to just shine throughout her life. Thank you.
Okay. And then I'm going to have my dad come up and do his little minute spiel. Here's David Horn.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Murrieta Chamber of Commerce, for this opportunity to let our daughter have her moment. And thank you to everyone that's here for everything you've done, the support in the community. When my wife and I moved here 15 years ago, we thought we were losing our minds, but coming here,
You're good. You got this.
very proud of her. Very proud of my daughter and her accomplishments. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Next up to the podium is Martina Beach-Hedges from Murrieta Canyon Academy.
Good morning, everyone. Happy early holidays to everyone. I just want to talk about, Keely is not here, our student of the month, and I kind of want to talk about why. Last month we had a similar situation with Morgan and I coming up here. It's almost, we just made the joke, it's like we're not really nominating students, we just want to come up and talk and have free breakfast. But that's not the truth. We have amazing students, and it kind of goes to show with our school, we're at the alternative ed school in our district. And we have students who come to our school for many different reasons. And a lot of those are because our students come because of anxiety or depression, or and they struggle in the comprehensive schools when the school is at 2,300, 2,400, Vista at 45 million or whatever they are there. And so for our students, sometimes it's difficult. So, but when students at our school are nominated, they're nominated by the teachers. It has nothing to do with administration. They're all nominated from the teachers. And for our student, Keely, she's been with us for about 2.5 years. And she came over, I don't think we really knew why she came over, because she's an amazing young woman. But as we've got to know her, we now know that she suffers from, stress and anxiety. But she's amazing. She this year she stepped out of her comfort zone and she became a leader on our campus. She's in our leadership class, doing activities and stuff with the other students. But I just got the message, I've been trying to text and call and everybody where she's at. And her mom actually went to the school and said that Keely couldn't make it because she was overstressed, and didn't want to disappoint. This is kind of emotional for me. Didn't want to disappoint us, and that kind of speaks to who she is. I can just tell you from the nomination forms that we got about Keely that she's hardworking, diligent, and the kindest person. She, much like our last student, always wants to help other people, and that just shows what kind of person she is. And I'm just so proud that she is here. I know Monty said this morning that we get to see students who don't always get noticed. Well, Keely doesn't get noticed, but we notice her, and I think that for her is overwhelming because she tries to hide in the background. So I'm just very proud of Keely, and I'm glad that she's being honored as Student of the Month. This is Morgan Urbany, our senior counselor, so she has some words to say about her as well.
So I have worked with Keely since 10th grade. She was not on my caseload even up until this year when I took over as senior counselor. I do know a little bit of her background story. She was in Murrieta Unified School District schools, but the second semester of her 9th grade year, she actually left to help family. So she came back to Murrieta Unified with a no credit semester. So that's how she came over to us, combined with the stress and anxiety piece, but she was also credit deficient. So we scooped her up, and she has never once dropped the ball with getting caught up. So she's completely on track for graduation. She's done more than a year's worth of credit every year that she has been with us, and she's done it very well. Like what Martina said, she does not like to be noticed for her successes and her accomplishments. She likes to fly under the radar. And even talking to her when she came and asked if I would speak for her this week, she was like, "So are you sure you're okay with waking up early for me? Are you sure? Are you sure?" And I was like, "I would have been up anyway, but yes, absolutely, I'll wake up for you." And but I know her goals are to be an OBGYN. She is the most kind and caring, compassionate person. She's made me nervous since last year because her family, to help similar family members that they helped in 9th grade, were going to have to leave the state again. And I remember begging her mom, like, please just let her stay, like, let her graduate with us, please, please, please. And so far she's still with us. There's the possibility of her leaving us next semester too, but she is very deserving of this. She's worked hard. I'm sad she's not here, but that doesn't take away that she's deserved this so much. So I'm proud to stand up and speak for her today.
Thank you. So next up is Oak Grove with Principal Tammy Wilson.
Good morning. I'm Athene Banky, School Director for Oak Grove. Tammy's in Thailand, but she's sad to miss the program today. Our student's also not with us today. Very similar reasons to what was shared prior. Just we have known him for quite a bit of time, and he's an amazing student and has worked super hard to even develop a future-focused attitude and even look ahead and look forward in his life. But unfortunately, as we approached the event, his anxiety also got the better of him, and he just struggled with the idea of having to come and even be a part of the audience, even though he's super appreciative of the opportunity and was very excited for the award. But this is Miss Lopez. Our student is Ashton Espanol. We wanted to come and accept the award on his behalf and tell you a little bit about him. And we've actually known him, both of us, since he's been in middle school. He attended our school program here in Murrieta Oak Grove Center for a little bit and just really struggled with anxiety, depression, things like that. Wasn't able to be successful earning his middle school credits towards promotion, and ended up transitioning to our smaller campus, really just looking for a setting that might meet his needs more and might help him develop a motivation towards learning and an opportunity, his opportunity for growth and community involvement, things like that. And he just really struggled with that. He actually transitioned to my ranch campus in Paris, and that's where I got to know him a little bit more, again, as a young one, middle school. And what I remember about him, what I know about him at that time, is that he was just very quiet and had a lot of anxiety, but really no trust in himself, no understanding that he could make a difference, no, not really believing that he had something to present or to provide for this world or in this in his future. And he wasn't able to sustain it, that program, just not for, he always was kind and always had really great, advocacy, well, or working with others, but he just wasn't able to advocate for himself and get his needs met. And he actually transitioned into a more restrictive setting and was placed out of state in a residential program. And I think that he started to realize that there was more for him in this world, and he transitioned back to our program, Oak Grove, again this last school year, and we've just seen a tremendous growth from him since he's come back. He's such a kind person, and he has a great smile, and he is thoughtful to others. Again, the same thing when he got this award, and he knew that he was, as his anxiety built and he felt like he wasn't going to be able to make the ceremony, he was very concerned about that letting us down and not being a part of the program and not, wanting to, are you sure you don't want to give it to somebody else? But we really didn't want to give it to somebody else because he worked so hard to turn his life around. He's overcome so many obstacles, and now he's focused towards the future. He's thinking about what he wants to do in his career. He's earning a 3.0 GPA. He'll be graduating early. He never thought he would even finish school, and now he's going to be graduating at the end of the semester. He was able to transition home and is still working on and is maintaining positive relations with his family. So really just has made tremendous strides, is a wonderful person and an excellent student, so we're super proud of him. This is Miss Lopez. She'll share some about his academic progress.
So, like Miss Athene was saying, his goal in life, when he came to my classroom, I actually knew him when he was in junior high as well. But when he came back to high school, I was talking a lot with him, making goals for the future, knowing that this was his senior year, he was going to graduate. At first, he was his goal was to do nothing, just stay home. After a while, working with him in a career awareness class, he's very determined to become an electrician, looking into programs around Temecula and the Inland Empire. So, and I'm gonna read my little spiel. All right. So Ashton is more than deserving of this Student of the Month award. As we know, he has made great strides in attending class daily. He comes in with a great attitude and ambition to complete all tasks, often receiving high marks. His determination to succeed is displayed daily in the classroom. Aside from academics, he has also improved in minimizing his anxiety and has established a willingness to participate in group activities. At first, Ashton was reluctant to join in group activities and participate in our workability program. This is a program where students get a chance to enhance their employable skills. With a lot of support from staff around him, such as the workability coaches, the principals, the EAs, and teachers, and also the courage that he found within himself, he was able to try it out. At first, he started with an on-grounds job working in maintenance. He really enjoyed that. And a couple weeks later, he's like, you know what, I kind of want to try the off-grounds job working in the culinary creation shop that Oak Grove has. So he tried that. He enjoyed it. Is still working in the workability program. Very proud of him for that. It took a lot of courage to actually go and start working and actually participate in programs that are gonna deal with his social skills. So Ashton is a caring person that is always willing to help others around him, and this is proven daily in the classroom and at work. On behalf of Ashton, I'm proud to accept the award for the Student of the Month.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
We also wanted to thank all the sponsors on his behalf. This is an amazing program, and so we appreciate the opportunity, and to congratulate all of the other Student of the Month winners. You guys are amazing students, and we encourage you to continue pursuing your dreams. Next up is Ben Taylor, the principal with Spring Charter School, and Zoe Collins, student.
Jackson. You gotta squeeze way in. They'll keep squeezing you. Good? All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Ben Taylor. I'm the proud principal of Temecula Student Center, part of the Springs Charter Schools. This morning we get to welcome you to and acknowledge Zoe Collins this morning. Zoe is one of our 200 high school students at our small high school. I have a few words, and then we're going to let Mrs. Felix talk and Zoe introduce herself. Mrs. Felix has known her for a few years. She's been at our school for quite a few years, so it should be a great story to hear about this young lady growing up. So the adjective that comes to mind for me is bright. And when I say bright, I mean energy and passion. Not only intellectually, Zoe has taken over 10 dual enrollment courses at Chapman University, Palomar, MSJC. She can't slow down, and that's like that bright light bulb that just keeps shining and shining. The other thing I love too is it's a quiet passion. She's not a loud person. The high school principals will appreciate this. You know, you have students that come to your door a lot and you think, oh great, I don't want to talk to this student, there's a lot to do. Zoe's exactly the opposite. She'll say, hey, can I have just a moment? Absolutely, and I love the conversations with her. Intellectual and always looking at how to make our high school better. Zoe's our leadership president this year. And of a class of 200 or a high school of 200, she literally and figuratively pulls the weight. So we had a monster mash the other day to celebrate Halloween, and I walked in and she's moving tables, putting up decorations. And then figuratively, she runs the culture of our high school, and so she drives all those other students to really make our high school a wonderful place. She's completed 2 CTE pathways, family studies, and anatomy and physiology. Like I said, she's taken over 10 dual enrollment courses on her way to college, and I'm going to let her talk about her future plans. She's the editor of our literary and arts anthology that brings together painting, sculpture, photography, poets, and she does a good job roping in all those people into a wonderful, beautiful anthology every year. So we're really proud to acknowledge her, and without further ado, Zoe Collins.
Let's go. Hi everyone, and good morning. Thank you for coming out today to celebrate Murrieta Student of the Month. My name is Zoe Collins, like you said, and I'm a senior this year at River Springs Charter School. With me today is my mother, Debbie Collins, my father, Dan Collins. I have my sister, Mackenzie Collins, which I would like to say she was the original editor of the anthology. Gotta give her that credit. And then Jackson Collins, my little brother. I'm extremely honored to be here today, and I'd like to thank everyone who's sponsoring today's event. On a media information form pertaining to this event, I was asked to answer the question, what are you proud of most? It is easy enough to answer with any of the achievements that Dr. Taylor and Ms. Felix will be talking about, but I'm very proud of these things, but I've thought about it a lot, and I think that one particular award keeps coming to mind. During 10th grade, my school put on a production of Aladdin, the musical. I was on the ensemble, and it was my very first time performing in a play. However, at the ending cast party, the cast put together an award called the Golden Pineapple. This award was given to the individual who was kindest, most assertive, and most friendly to everyone on the cast. And it was awarded to me by a vote of the cast. And as I think back on my time in high school, this tacky Dollar Tree pineapple ornament stands out the most. I've worked really hard for everything I have, but everything I have done pales in comparison to the people I have changed and the smiles my actions may have caused. Realistically, very few people will remember all I have done here. but I like to think that maybe someone will look back and remember me fondly for always being kind and smiling on the rainiest of days. Everyone likes to warn us that high school goes by fast and that we have to savor it while we can. I realize now that that's so true. It goes by so, so fast. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, the purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. I suppose the life lesson I've learned from high school is that we only have a little bit of time, and it goes by so fast. As I look forward to university, I'm excited to meet new people and make new memories. I plan to attend UC Berkeley, or UCLA, fingers crossed, and study environmental science. I'm so grateful and proud of everything I've accomplished here, but here's to hoping I will make new memories and meet new people wherever I go.
Oh, I should have heeded your warning and got my tissue. In my treasure box in my home, I have this wonderful, somewhat weather-beaten letter that was addressed to me by a fourth grader. On the outside is this beautiful detailed tree, and then you open it up, and it's this articulated letter that just speaks to the heart. All the I's are beautifully written, the T's are crossed beautifully. It's on a perfect line, and I'm going, who is this wonderful child? Oh my goodness. I had her in theater arts back in fourth grade. So here we are, fast forward 8 years, and how honored I am to be able to share this honor with you, Zoe Collins. That little letter is the same. This is the girl, the beautifully articulated, heartfelt, detailed, passionate young lady that you see before you. And I remember the Pineapple Award, and yes, it was one that the students had voted on. Also, you didn't mention that she also started our speech and debate team. She also started a recycling program at our school. She is the ASB president, and I can concur with Dr. Taylor how she just really lights up our campus, and she's so vital to our program. So congratulations, Zoe Collins. You're gonna go far.
And then my parents are going to talk too, I think, so here they are.
Hi, I'm Debbie. Thank you all, your sponsors and Sizzler for putting this on. So nice. Zoe attended Linfield Christian prior to coming to Springs. We've loved both schools and appreciate the teachers that we've encountered along the way, and it's been awesome. Mackenzie graduated from Springs a couple years ago, and Jackson's a freshman there, so we're very happy. But I just wanted to say that when Zoe was in second grade at Linfield, they gave out the Heart of David Award. They gave it to one boy and one girl for the whole year, and Zoe was the recipient of that in second grade. And I just love that she's continued to have the heart after God. And you can see it like at church, the children just love her. She helps in the kindergarten room with the little kids, and they love Zoe, and so I just love her heart.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I'd just like to thank everybody for all your support and recognizing Zoe's hard and tireless work. And I think one of the things that I look forward to is that I think Zoe will put her hard work towards the betterment for society. She seems to have that drive as opposed to personal gain. And she's just worked so hard, and we're so proud of her. And one thing with Zoe is that, and Mackenzie, is I don't think we ever had to ask her, have you finished your homework? So, but anyway, we're so proud, and we're very grateful for River Springs for recognizing her and helping her through her academics.
Thank you. All right, up next, Vista Murrieta High School, Mick Wager.
That microphone really high. Come on close. Good morning, everyone, and congratulations, all the students. Thank you, Sizzler, of course, for having us here again. This morning, there's too much to talk about for Andrea, our Senior Student of the Month, so I appreciate the loose time guidelines that we've been giving. So our Senior Student of the Month today is Andrea Kaiser. She is a very, very special student who's a model of our school's motto of class, character, leadership, attitude, scholarship, and service. Andrea has a huge and disarming smile and an infectious, positive attitude. Through her time at Vista, Andrea has learned that change is inevitable and that you need to adjust and make the best of whatever your situation is. Andrea jumped into many activities. I'm going to tell you a story. Andrea jumped into many activities as a Vista Murrieta freshman, including joining the swim team, becoming freshman cheer captain, and one of only a handful of freshmen that are selected to go into ASB. She suffered a couple of setbacks, though, at the end of her freshman year. She tore both of her shoulders doing the butterfly, which is going to keep her from swimming, and stunting on the cheer team, which she loved to do. And she also lost the election to become sophomore class president. Undeterred, Andrea began her sophomore year searching for other ways to get involved and be active. She became the varsity swim team manager, continued cheerleading, but no stunting, continued in ASB as activities commissioner, and tried out for the school musical, which was Legally Blonde. And that's where she found what she calls her people. At the end of her sophomore year, Andrea decided to say goodbye to swim and cheer. She ran for, and this time won, her position as junior class president. In addition to being class president, Andrea joined the lacrosse team, which she still plays, continued her involvement in drama on stage and backstage, and took her first AP course. The end of Andrea's junior year was very successful as she was elected to be ASB president this time, and was selected as the Southern Regional Director for Castle, which is a really big deal. She's one of only 21 students in all of California to be a director. And she represents Area F, which includes Orange, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties. So it's a big deal. So in addition to her myriad duties as ASB president, as you can imagine, all the things she does for the culture, climate of the school, planning, leading the other students, she continues her involvement in theater, the lacrosse team, Castle. Andrea is our student representative to the school board as well, and has volunteered with Temecula Youth Theater and sings in the worship group at her church. She is also this year taking a couple dual enrollment college courses in ASL, English, and psychology. Andrea is so busy that she's reported to me that this will be the first weekend since early October that she'll be staying at home all weekend. So yay! Congratulations.
We get to see her again.
Yes, they get to. This is Andrea, parents. Through it all, Andrea remains one of the most kind-hearted, pleasant students I've ever met. She must be exhausted most of the time, but I have never seen her lose her smile and positivity. She is a perfect example that persistence and a positive attitude will win the day in the end, and I'm honored and pleased to introduce to you our Senior Student of the Month, Andrea Kaiser.
Oh, wow, this is tall. Good morning, guys. As Mr. Wager stated, my name's Andrea Kaiser. These are my parents, Jennifer and John Kaiser, and then my staff member is Coach Krug. So before I start, I would just like to say thank you, guys. This is it's a great honor to have, and this senior year has been totally, absolutely amazing with all the things I've been doing, such as serving as ASB president, serving as the school board representative, and even at the state level. I've definitely watched myself grow as a better person and a better leader, and I feel that I am going down a successful path that I would like to continue going down. However, it wasn't always that way. There was a lot of times that I didn't know what I was going to do or what my journey in high school would be like. There were plenty of days in my underclassmen years that I sat alone at lunch or felt like I really didn't have that many friends, but I never let that discourage me. And one of the questions that were on the forms we received was like, what is something that you've learned and are going to continue to take with you to college and in your future? And for this, it was never giving up. And there's always going to be obstacles in our way, and I've faced many of them as well. But something that just is important to me is like always never give up, have perseverance and keep trying. And something else is always have a purpose with what you do. For me, there's a saying that's in our ASB room, and it's leadership is action, not position. And it's a very well-known quote, but it holds near and dear to my heart because for me, like, it's not the position that makes me who I am. It's the work that I put into it and the purpose and the why behind why I do it all. At the beginning of the year, the program Castle that I'm a part of, we had a board meeting and they asked us to think of a word that you want to embody this year and that you want to use throughout the entire year in all your endeavors. And the word I chose was empowerment because so many people in my life, they have supported me and empowered me to see the potential that I have today and go after it. And so that's something that's very important to me that I want to give to others. And I want to empower my peers to be unified as one at the school, to do what they can on campus and really be the best that they can be. Because we never know when, like, those things may end, and we may, like, the other thing is, like, don't ever take your life for granted. And I know that I have personally, like, witnessed things can change, and I've witnessed it firsthand. A little story. So my freshman year, I went to a doctor's appointment. Stop crying, you're okay. And so I actually have a tumor on my kidney. It is benign, but every 6 months or so and every year I go back for more doctor's appointments, more MRIs and CT scans, and there's always that small part of me that's like, what if, like, in a snap of a finger, my life could change, things could go downhill. But something I want to remember is don't dwell in the bad. I could have taken what was freshman year telling me, oh, you may have cancer, like you may have a tumor, like your tumor in your kidney may be malignant, and I could have taken that and sat in all that darkness and done nothing, but rather I want to take it and grow, and I think that's what I've been doing, and I try to exemplify class, which is our school motto, in every way I can, and make the best of it, and know that we never know when things may change, but instead of dwelling on that, just go forward with it and do the best you can. And I think that's really what I try to do and live off of, is do it with heart and have intent with every action you act on. And so that's what I'm going to take, no matter what my future holds. Continue doing what I am doing now and not dwell on anything else. I would also like to say thank you to the sponsors and everyone here today for coming. I'd like to say thank you to my mom and dad, even though they're a little emotional right now. They are my biggest supporters, and they have stayed up long nights with me when I was making posters or writing speeches, to me like crying because I was so stressed or I was so happy, and to them constantly telling me to clean my room so I can go do stuff. I am just so thankful for them, as well as Mr. Wager. Thanks for being the best principal, and Coach Krug for letting my little annoying freshman self come into your classroom and tell you that I wanted to join the swim team, and I appreciate you being that safe place for me on campus. So thank you guys, and now I'm gonna let Mr. Krug talk.
I was told I had 30 seconds. Now I understand I have a minute, so I've expanded it. I truly believe the reason I'm here today is because she wanted to see me wearing pants. As a coach, I wear shorts every day. Mick, have I ever worn pants?
No, not very often.
Today I am wearing pants because it said no shorts.
Yeah.
I met Andrea her freshman year. I had her older sister, Amanda. She was the president of my criminal justice club. Amanda comes in with this little squeaky, just out of control little freshman girl. She says, "This is my sister." Actually, she said, "This is my sister." Just like that. Yeah, I got that in. From that day, she's never been outside of my classroom. She's never taken a class from me, but she's always in my classroom all the time. And I need to thank the Kaisers, because real quick story, 35 years ago, I was a police officer in El Cajon. He came as a ride-along with me. All these years later, Amanda shows up, she shows up, they bring in a picture of the two of them with their dad. I'm like, I know him. And a connection finally found. But we're here about Andrea.
You're a lot older than I thought you were.
I know. I'm a lot taller, too. One thing we have in our criminal justice club is our motto is do the right thing. Get caught doing the right thing. Andrea has always been that person. We give out buttons to students on campus when they're caught doing something right. I could give her a button this big because she always does everything. Everything she does comes straight from her heart. It is all about service to others. I have never, ever heard her once saying, "What about me? What am I going to get out of it?" It's always, what can I do for the school? What can I do from others? How can I help in any way? So my daughter, my youngest one, graduated the year before Amanda, the older one, graduated. Then I got Amanda. They let me adopt her. She was my school daughter. This is, I'm gonna cry. I am. This is my next daughter, and she's leaving me again. So, I love you.
And now one of my parents are gonna come up. I don't know which one because both of them are going to cry. But one thing I did forget to say is my after high school plans are to attend a four-year college, hopefully in San Diego, maybe UCSD or SDSU. Fingers crossed the college apps do me well. But yeah, those are my plans. But here are my parents. Please don't cry.
I will. I don't actually have a whole lot to say. I just want to thank Sizzler and all the people who are sponsoring this event. But from my heart to all the administrators and educators along the way, it really does take a village. And I'm a big supporter of helping others out. And I think being civil servants, educators, police officers, I hope that we've passed on some really valuable life skills to our children to carry on and continue that love of people and giving back to community, because that's what this whole world is all about. That's all.
All right, and finally, we have Assistant Principal Lori Coleman here with Murrieta Mesa High School and Chunda McCain.
Good morning. My name is Lori Coleman. I'm an assistant principal at Murrieta Mesa High School, where I'm privileged to get to work with incredible students like the young man you're about ready to meet. I would like to start by thanking Sally, Lou Ellen, Jennifer, and all the sponsors for making this such a great event in our community. Next, I would like to congratulate all of the students, families, and educators here this morning. Finally, I want to thank Mr. Ellis, because once again, he's out. He is on the mend, so I'm hoping maybe over Christmas break he'll have his other leg operated on so that I can just continue to come the rest of the year. We'll see how that goes. I love coming to these events. It is so fun to be able to encourage our students. This morning it is my pleasure to introduce to you Mesa's Senior of the Month for November, Chunda McCain. Chunda is an outstanding student. He has an excellent GPA. This year, he has 6 AP dual enrollment courses where he has A's in all of them. He is heavily involved on campus. He is the president of our Black Student Union. He's a member of the Model United Nations Club, a member of the Natural Hair Club, a member of NHS CSF. He played basketball for the school for 3 years, and he is a varsity high jumper. He also was the winner 2 years in a row of your
What's that thing called?
where we have these questions and
Scholar Bowl.
Scholar Bowl. So there's a little bit of pressure on him this year because it's his third year coming. I've been talking to him since last year about who's his team going to be. So maybe we'll see if Chunda can just carry that team by himself. In his non-existent spare time, he helps his dad with several of his businesses also. Chunda has amazing accomplishments at Mesa, but that's not why we selected him. He's here because he's a leader. He leads in the classroom, often assisting fellow students. He leads around campus through his involvements in clubs. He takes on causes and discussion topics that a less mature student could not handle. Chunda was selected by our staff because they recognize how much better Mesa is because he attends there. Sometimes we get to say later on in life, I knew that student. And I'm going to be able to say later on that I knew Chunda McCain and I had a relationship with him, and that's going to be one of those moments for myself that I'm going to be very proud of. He's kind, he's funny, he's charismatic, polite, respectful. He's a great example for students and adults. He's the type of student that makes everyone around him, student or adult, want to be a better person. It is clear that he exemplifies pride, purpose, responsibility, integrity, duty, and excellence better than most students. Mesa is a much better place because of him and the legacy that he will leave behind.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you Chunda McCain.
First of all, I'd like to thank Mrs. Coleman for the warm welcome. I really appreciate it. And also, I'd like to thank everyone here, all the sponsors, all the students with all of your hard work, and all the administration that are willing to take time out of your busy lives to come and appreciate some of the students out here. As you just heard a lot about me, and I really want to take away from that, and I want to impart something that a poignant piece of knowledge that I've learned throughout my time in high school. And so my father had this saying he once always said to me. It's similar to the annoying thing of take out the trash or any kind of chore. It was the words, patience is a virtue. Except for he would say it whenever I'm waiting on him to do something. But going into high school and with that mindset, I learned a lot about the potential that we all have as humans. I look around campus and I see that there's a plethora of students who are given this foundation, this platform in the city and the community, and at specifically the school I attend to achieve excellence. And I see a lot of students really attempt to embody excellence through the school. And it really shows me one thing that I've taken in my life is that I believe community is the essence of humanity, and community is the essence of excellence. And I know from everyone here and everyone who's spoken, they've always emphasized the influence that community has had on them throughout their lives. And it is the dichotomy between both community and the preservation and passion of the self that really allows us, and even the students in here, to be in the position that we are today. And so with that, I would like to thank everyone in this community and everyone who's given the opportunity and the foundation for me to grow and be able to speak to you on this place. Thank you. And now, next speaking will be my sophomore AP Euro teacher, Mr. De La Paul.
Thanks, Chunda. Good morning. First, I wanted to say congratulations to all of the Student of the Month. Every last one of us in here wants to be acknowledged and validated for the hard work that we put in. And so for you guys to be acknowledged and validated for the work that you've done, I think is amazing. I think it's amazing how this community has come together and done this for all these students. I've known Chunda for 2 years now. I was his AP Euro teacher, and I have to say that, well, I like to say that the smartest and the brightest kids usually come through me. So it's always it's always an honor to have these kids, and I could tell you with no uncertainty that Chunda is, in the 15 years that I've been here in Murrieta, Chunda is in the top 1%, hands down. His intelligence, his wit, his ability to get up and articulate beyond what the normal student does is amazing. And I hope that going forward, I would be blessed and honored to continue to be a part of his life. I've been invited to a bunch of former students' weddings and their kids' birthday parties and college graduations, and I could tell you that if you invite me to anything after high school, it doesn't matter where you are in this country, I'll be there. I'll be there. So thank you. I appreciate you.
And I just got noticed. I have to talk about my college plans. So attending college, I believe that most of higher education, we were given the opportunity to attend any form of higher education, that it is an opportunity that really is unequal. So I honestly have no preference for what exact college I would like to go to. There are a couple I'm looking at, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Johns Hopkins, Northwestern University. But really honestly, it's just whichever school and academic organization gives me the best amount of opportunity. But now I would like to introduce my mother, Chuni McCain, and I'll actually be speaking for her because she's hard of hearing, so I'm going to interpret her words from her to you. So hi. So hi, my name is Junior McCain. We've always been pushing Chunda to go into education ever since he was little, and we're so proud at this point to see how well and how far he's gone and the potential he's been able to achieve so far throughout his education, and we're really proud of him. Thank you.
Thank you so much. At this point, I'll turn it back over to Mary.
Did I not tell you this would be amazing this morning? And so it has been. And it's such a testament to our community, especially as we're moving into the holidays and with Thanksgiving, to give thanks. And so I don't know about all of you, but I heard a theme from all of our students that they have heart, service, and perseverance. So congratulations to all of our students. We wish you well in the future. At this time, before I get to that, students, you're going to each get a backpack with all sorts of goodies. You'll see there'll be all sorts of gift cards to restaurants. You'll be able to eat a whole lot of food and do a lot of things. But you're also going to get this pile. It's thank you cards. And these notes are so much appreciated by all of us sponsors. So we look forward to receiving thanks from you. All you have to do is fill out the thank you cards. There are actually address labels in there, so you can put the label on, you take it back to their principal, and then they will take it from there. They'll make sure that they get sent out. So you have homework to do over the Thanksgiving holiday. Anyways, with that in mind, I would like to introduce our dignitaries to come forward. We have Mayor Kelly Ciarto from the City of Murrieta, John Hunneman from Senator Jeff Stone's office, and Amanda Fisher from Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez's office. Thank you.
Well, good morning. That was very inspirational. A great way to start the morning, very, very early in the morning. Actually, I'm getting used to it. But we know your day as students is not an easy day. You wake up at some ungodly hour in the morning to get to school so that you can help train your teachers to be better teachers. And then get home in the afternoon and start raising those parents so that they can become really good senior citizens and make good choices while you're off at school, making the world a better place. So, but we're grateful for that because it makes our job, if we're elected, us elected people, it makes our job a lot easier because good cities and good schools are really the result of the people that are in them. And so you are all a fine reflection of why we have such a great city to live in, and also why our schools are so good. It's because of the effort that all of you put in. So today we're giving each of the students one of these really neat certificates. It is a trifold certificate. See? It is a little bit different than the other ones that you'll be receiving. So it should take a prominent position in the folder that you turn in for your college applications, or when you're going to go out into the working world. Show your employer one of these things, and they will be impressed, and they will hire you. So thank you all for entertaining us this morning with your great stories, and keep up the good work. And I look forward to seeing some of you at the Student of the Year at the end of the year. Thank you.
Well, I was just excited when we got here and Mrs. Walters said Monty Jones was here. Monty was my son's freshman football coach at Murrieta Valley High School, and I hadn't seen him in a while, but Monty Sharp did a fine job. I'm John Hunneman with State Senator Jeff Stone's office with a little asterisk. You may have heard that the Senator Stone, as of November 1st, took a position as the Western Regional Director for the United States Department of Labor. That means he's not a senator anymore. That doesn't mean we're not still here. We are still here in our office serving the people of Riverside County. And we do have a crummy not trifold certificate. to present. But when I was a kid, I collected coins, and the most valuable coins were the ones with the mistake on them, maybe a double print of something, and you found out. Now, this certificate was actually signed by Senator Jeff Stone when he was no longer a senator. So I'm thinking, hold on to this thing. This could be worth mega bucks. I want to congratulate the students and parents, and as a proud resident of Murrieta for 35 years, who's both my boys went through the school system here, and Chandra was talking about community. By the way, radio, Chandra, go into radio, broadcasting. I met Sally the first time when I was working at KRTM Radio and doing the morning show in Temecula in the early 1990s. And I don't have that good a voice. Anyhow, some type of broadcasting. Give that a thought. But congratulations to you all. You live in a great community. Don't forget Murrieta as you go off in the world. Come back and see us and go on and do it. Thanks.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Amanda, and I'm with the Office of Assemblywoman Melendez. We also have a fancy certificate, but ours has a gold seal, so I think ours is probably the best, but, you know, it can go first in your college application. So on behalf of Assemblywoman Melendez, we just want to congratulate all of you on a job well done. It's very inspirational hearing all of your stories, and I look forward to seeing what you all do in the future. Congratulations once again.
Good morning. My name is Rachel King. I am an attorney at King Law Firm Attorneys at Law Incorporated, which is fun, but something that I think is even more fun is being part of a nonprofit organization called With Class, and that stands for College Leadership Application Student Scholarships. I applied for colleges, I applied for grad school, and we all know that the cost of the education is going to be something that has to be dealt with. But many of us forget that every single time you apply to college, they ask for an application fee. And many people don't expect or have a way to handle those. So With Class is a nonprofit organization that will pay for one of your applications. Every single winner of Student of the Month has an opportunity to submit their application for a refund. If you've already submitted your applications, no worries. Just go ahead, go online, and you can get it paid for. We usually have cards that go into the backpacks, but we had a miscommunication today. So if you have a pen, you can write this down. If you don't, then we'll make sure that you have the information. The website is www.class.org. And on it, it has like 7 different locations that say how to submit your application. It's very easy. Go on, we'll get an email, and we will send out a check for the cost of that application. Congratulations to all of the students today.
Well, we are nearing the end of our program, so I hope you enjoyed our program this morning. Before I close it up, I also wanted to recognize my mom, Helen Murrieta, who's here from Michigan to spend Thanksgiving, and she brought the rain with her, so we're very happy about that. So, yes. So at the conclusion of our program, I think all of you saw the chairs out front. So students, you'll grab your backpack and everyone will go out there, and Kip will lead us through a whole bunch of pictures with our dignitaries and sponsors and whatnot. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Sally to come up and close our program this morning.
Thank you. It has been an amazing morning, and thank you all for sharing from your heart. We really do appreciate it. And to Helen, I know we want to get a little bit of sun because you said your family's expecting you to come back with a tan. So we'll be praying for a little bit of sun as well. I like to take a few moments and just share a little bit about each one of you, and I take copious notes along as well as Monica does. So Jillian, if you want to stand for a minute. Miss Jillian, Yes, Jillian, you are absolutely adorable. What I loved about you is when you talked about your lesson and you said that you're really not into following the group, that you're confident and that you want to do the right thing, whether it's, you by yourself singularly or other than people following along you, because what you're doing is the right thing, and how you like to speak positively in a way that can encourage others and support others that may not feel that they have a voice. I'm excited about your enthusiasm and just your passion is infectious. You're helping others and your heart of gold. So congratulations to you, Ms. Julian. Keely, who is not here today, we just want for her to know that we really did miss her today, and we want her to understand from all of us how much we value her ability to be able to step out of her comfort zone. She has some of that stress and a little bit of anxiety, but we know that, through God and through encouragement and through people surrounding her, that she will feel comfortable. And when she watches this video, we want her to know how much we appreciate her, how much we value her, and how much we know that she will continue to grow in confidence. So we want to thank Keely. And for Ashton as well, with him not being here, we really want him to know that through the challenges that he has had, he has still shown that ability to overcome and to be victorious. And although he was not able to be here today, we want him to know from our heart that we value him, we appreciate him, and that he understands that we believe in him. And we know that he's very thoughtful, and he has been transitioning quite well, and we know he will be a wonderful electrician. So please share that with Ashton. And Zoe, Miss Zoe. There you go. Yes, please stand. I'm looking for you, and you're right in front of me where I can't see you. Zoe, the first word that was shared about you is bright, energetic, and quiet passion. And that is awesome. And how you drive the culture of your school. That's powerful, because culture and character are so important, and you are respected for that on your campus. I love the Golden Pineapple Award. I have a golden pineapple on my front door, and so that's really exciting. And how you can be the kindest on any of the rainiest days, and that you definitely have a purpose in your life. So congratulations to you. Andrea. I sat there and I was relating to you because I was a cheerleader for most of my life. Gee, how would you ever know? And I am looking at you and I'm going, yes, I understand. You're very much, you've got this great contagious smile. You may have lost a few offices in the beginning, but look at what you have been able to accomplish because you've been determined, you've continued with it. When I was in high school, I ran for 8 ASB offices in a row. I lost every single one of them. So I know what it's like to lose, but you have to continue and persevere, and you've done that, you've done it well. And drama, what a great opportunity to be able to have that stage presence and to be able to share. And you do a wonderful job at it, and you're persistent, and you have a servant's heart and always wanting to grow as a better person. Thank you, and congratulations to you. Chunda, Mr. Chunda. I love this dress for success, this red shirt. You are awesome and very charismatic and a leader that talked about in all areas of your life, which is amazing. And many of you know I'm crazy about John Maxwell, and John Maxwell talks about, to be a leader, you have to be given permission, and to be given permission, people have to know you care, and you definitely care. And you've shown that in all the things that you said this morning. And when it was shared, I knew, Shonda, we can all say that we've known you, and you are respectful. And when your father said, patience is a virtue, that is very, very true. So you're going to continue to go on and be quite successful, and your college peers are going to enjoy being around you as well. Congratulations to you. At the very end, I do share a word from John Maxwell, and for those of you that may not know John Maxwell, he's an author, he's a pastor, he's a motivational speaker. And I want to just take one little sidestep, and I want to introduce to you a special guest, Candace May Gruber. Candace, you want to stand, please? You know, God is amazing. He works in interesting ways, but I received an email a few weeks ago from the city, and they had met Candace, and when she shared with them that she was part of the John Maxwell leadership team, yes, you heard me say that right, they wanted to put her in touch with me immediately, because for how many 20 some odd years I've been sharing John Maxwell, starting out with books, and then when I decided I could get into the digital age, now I do it on the phone. But Candace is here for the first time, her first Student of the Month program. When she walked in the door, you could already see she lights up her room. She already knows many of you, but I wanted to introduce her today and just thank you very much for coming and being part of our program. Thank you. Okay, the word is choices. Now, we heard many of you talk about choices in the beginning, so let's listen to this.
Today's word on Minute with Maxwell is choices. Hi, my name is John. I'm glad you're with us. My mentor, John Wooden, used to quote this statement to me all the time. There is a choice you have to make in everything you do, so keep in mind that in the end, the choice you make makes you. Those are powerful, impacting, true words. The choices I make me. The choices you make you. You know, the good news about choices is that we have the freedom to make a choice. But the moment that we make the choice, it really determines what's going to happen to us. And Coach Wood used to teach me that, John, when it comes down to making choices, understand that every day you're either preparing or repairing. If you make a bad choice today, you repair tomorrow. If you make a good choice today, you prepare tomorrow for a better day. We make choices every day, and this is not like going to the grocery store and asking yourself if you're going to have celery or broccoli. That's not going to make a big difference. Not every day, but many days, though, we have those choices of character, those choices that involve priorities, those choices that involve relationships that we need to make. I just want to encourage you, the next time you make the choice, understand, in the end, the choice makes you. Thanks for joining me today on Minute with Maxwell.
I thought that was awesome, and after listening to all of your stories and writing all these notes, you have made amazing choices thus far, and we know that you're going to impact not only your school, your family, and our community, but wherever you go, you're going to impact them because the choices you make are right. So congratulations to each of you, and God bless you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving wherever you may be. Thank you.